Der PDU ist von Ihrer letzten Unternehmung sehr beeindruckt. Solide Arbeit, Herr Kommandant.
Okay, so some of the members have already 15 VIIB patrols behind them. Some even more, 20. He was just 8 VIIB patrols with us. Yeah, we just finished the assignment. There was no interception, no one. We saw no one. We were not. Okay, so we have Atlantic Theater operations. Okay, so discovery and subsequent rescue of shipwrecked Russian survivors on Hopen Island. Okay, so we showcase his humanity and adaptability of our forces even in the midst of war and midst of fog. Instead of finding enemy installations, we found fellow humans in dire need and took decisive action to save their lives. Yes, we did, and we have unlocked boat upgrade point. We finish all the objectives. Alright guys, so we are going for vacation. And I'm going to upgrade the boat. Let's start with the U-boat. So as before, we will sell everything from the U-boat back to the port.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Okay, items we can carry on because I think they are just moved to the next U-boat all the time. Okay, no torpedoes, we did not need to refuel. No ammunition at all. No food, we have only the canned bread in the galley. The remaining ones, and no, nothing in the storage room. Yes, so let's... I'm gonna take command of a different U-boat.
Sehen
Yes,
Sie sich die
please.
Lagerbestände an.
Alright, so it's Type 7B. Significantly more heavy armed than the Type 2 series. Perfect. It features an additional torpedo launcher on the bow. Alright, so there is one torpedo launcher at the back, on the bow. On the stern. Okay, so there are 4 on the stern then, because if it's one more, we had 3, now it's 4. A much larger torpedo capacity, yes. And formidable deck gun. Ah, okay, there is a gun. And there is another gun. So we have a flag gun and we have a formidable deck gun. Type 7B is also capable of diving much deeper than Type 2. Type 2 was, I think, on the Type 2D we were around 120, 125 max. And I think 130 was already dangerous. However, the conning tower of the Type 7B cannot be upgraded to other models. No problem, it's even upgraded for us already. So what's... okay, it's 8,000 miles. I think before we had 5,000. Something around that. So it's much bigger. Yeah, okay, we have 4 bows, 4 bow tubes and 1 stern tube. Yeah, it's much bigger. 14 torpedoes instead of 5. That's huge. And we have deck gun 88 millimeters. 27 men. Okay, so we will need... I think we had only 14 plus 6 at the moment. And now we have 27. Alright. Change U-boat, yes please. U-32, so now we are switching to U-32. Let's have a look. It's already here. Yeah, it's huge. Alright, so the gun looks really more powerful than before. It's I don't know how long is this one. It's really long compared to Type 7D. Alright, we'll check how it looks from inside a bit later. I will now give time for the crew to rest and we'll start loading everything and fully to the new U-boat.
Wenn sich die Sonne neiget, der feuchte Nebel steiget. Mein Tagwerk ist getan. Mein Tagwerk ist getan. Ich bin Ihr Verbindungsoffizier, um die Befehle vom BDU weiterzuleiten.
Alright,
Wie kann
so we
ich
have
viel Glück
survivors.
bei
We have
Ihrem
to
nächsten
release them.
Einsatz, Herr Kommandant? Kommen Sie und Ihre Mannschaft gesund zurück.
Herr Kommandant, dies könnten Ihre neuen Besatzungsmitglieder sein. Möchten Sie Ihre Akten einsehen?
Oh, see, now we have 8 survivors we can take with us, not just 6 as before, and we have to increase our crew by 7 members. One was going for court martial, so now we were using, well, there were like 14 with us before, 14 sailors, now we have 20, so let's manage them. He was already he's like a convict. This guy as well. This guy as well. What about you? Same there. Same there. But I think we already released guy who was... I think we did. So this one we can take with us. You are going with us as well. You too. You as well. You not. You as well. You as well. You as well. And then it's 20. Alright, so we'll use one of our guys. Okay, let's take our Ulrich away. Then we use, for example, Theo to dress all new sailors the same way. And now let's put Ulrich back. So we have 20 members with one specialization already for the silent running. Nice. Alright, so the crew is set. And let's give the...
Ich bin Ihr Verbindungsoffizier, um die Befehle vom BDU weiterzuleiten. Wie kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
So my crew needs a break.
Sehr vernünftig, Herr Kommandant. Ihre Mannschaft hat sich eine wohlverdiente Erholung verdient.
Exactly. Eagle's Nest. So the crew, okay, this is maybe okay. Okay, so the headquarters mission will take 100% faster. Definitely select. I have already seen that there are 2 guys already. I think it was Friedrich, if I'm not mistaken. No, he has 0 skill points new, so let's check Anton. Yeah, he's 1 skill point. Alright. So he is gunner with management option, so he is able to handle 1 more crew member, which is essential for us. He also can use his personal skills to help with the discipline on board. He does not need focus, he does not need iron fist. This is already captain's, so technically mine skills, and also I am the navigator, so he could be supporter if needed. What's this about? When stress on board hits 100%, for the first time during the assignment, the presence of the officer adds courage to the rest of the crew, and there are no negative effects for it. What's about Iron Fist? Okay, and then also when these officers are assigned to command station, which he is almost always, he is keeping a close eye over the crew to ensure that everyone is quiet. Noise made by the crew as well as by torpedo. Okay, definitely he was going Iron Fist. Yes. He's our command station guy. And who was the second one? Is it Felix? No, Felix was already skilled. Yeah, he was already. Also, Har was already. So was it now Wilhelm? Yes. So Wilhelm is our engine specialist, ship engineer, and he will be... handyman. Now, for repairs, he can do repairs faster, and then last upgrade he will be salvager. So the engineer can produce spare parts from the scrap. We already have the other guy able to provide scrap, but first we need to have him handyman, because sometimes the repairs has to be done fast. So he's handyman from now on. Spanish speaker. Alright, so I think that's it. Yeah, Joachim is he's ready for headquarters, as well as Ernst and as well as Hubert. So if all three skills already available at headquarters, and the rest is on board. We could technically have one more officer if we will ask for favor, but I would like to have the fourth... I mean the seventh officer as the third radio man, but currently we have only one spare, and he's very good. He's expert at headquarters, so we currently do not have anyone spare. Let's skip this for now. Yeah, go for vacation, guy. You are...
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier?
Alright, so we start with upgrading the boats. So what's... Oh, it's really... Oh, it's huge. So engines, we already have accumulators tier 2 already installed. What's that? Okay, we can install snorkel. Yes, please. Then anything there, anything there? Nope. What about this one? Decoration? Nope. Listening room. Alright, so we will choose our tier 2 hydrophone. Yes, please. Improved toilets. Yes, please. And that's just torpedo pane. Yeah, we do not like extra pane. Then we have appearance. Okay, camouflage. We don't want it yet. Deck gun. Okay, so we can remove it or we can keep it. We definitely keep it. Emblem, currently no change. Alright, so this is going to be done in 7 days, I think, or 7... okay, doesn't matter. We need to start loading the stuff.
Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
So items we have all as before. Yes, then we have torpedoes. Okay, so we will... Okay, there are... now I see. So this is the bow torpedo tube, the one to the back. This is number 5. And then we have 4 torpedoes in front. And then we have storage for back. And storage for front. Yeah, huge amount of torpedoes compared to what we had before. Okay, so let's start from the bottom. We will load T5 there. T5 there. T5, T5, T5. Okay, that's it for now. We will load later. Fuel we have fully loaded. Ammunition, AP. Now we want high explosive ammunition. Yes. Okay, that gun we already have full 30 large caliber armor piercing ammunition. Fine. Better than before. We will see if we need another 3000 rounds. I would like to see how much or what we can put in. So let's start with the equipment. We will definitely take at least 3 batches or 4 batches of these. These are helpful as much. This is just temporarily. We need 40 for our filter station. We will take 2 of these, so 10 spare parts. I'm not sure how many things can break on this big U-boat yet. We will not use lubricant for now, and when we will put this one into the ventilation system, then we will put 5 medkits there. And then we have only 4 spaces left for our food, so let's do a food stuff. So we'll take canned bread. We will skip cheese forever because it was always bad. I think we had fish as a second. Was good. Then let's go for, so we have bread, fish. Let's go for sausages. Yeah, sounds good. And then for the exotic fruits. Okay, so that's it. We currently cannot load more. As soon as we are ready, we will slightly reshuffle stuff, add more torpedoes and so on. Okay, so how many days we have to wait? For this, only 1 day. So let's skip. Okay, I'm already here. Oh, that's better than before. Alright, so let's go back to the port, to the warehouse. And let's check what we have. Okay, we have a raider. Perfect, so we can already accept the raider. And we have T2 raider. No, we have only 3 points. This costs 4. Okay, this costs even 5. We do not need accumulators yet. We cannot upgrade the conning tower on this one. Torpedoes, I do not like these, so we'll skip them until the end. What's that? Military stash. Large quantity of ammunition near Bergen. Okay. Okay, we don't need that for now. We have a lot of ammunition anyway. Military stash the same, so we will save points for later. Let's upgrade the raider.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier?
So this is a tier 1 radar detector. Perfect. We will. To detect radar waves and sound a warning on ship speakers, it's controlled from the listening room and works only on the vertical. Yes, that's good. We will buy that. 19 hours.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Alright, so we have stern torpedo storage room, so that's that. T5. And are there any more T5s? No, currently not, so we will wait. And we cannot load anything else because this is not yet in the storage area. So let's wait another, I don't know how many days. Maybe full 19. I already see the radar installed on top. We are probably waiting until the crew is back from the vacation. Yes, okay, so we are in the central. We will check the U-boat a bit later. I want to first finish the loading. Yeah, it looks much bigger than Type 2D. Alright, we should use... I will just go there. There. Okay, so we have to... No, we have to do ventilation system first. So we have a free space. Then galley, we don't need them. We'll move this one there, so 10 back. $30, so this is only 29, so we'll need one more fruit, and this we can sell. So we said, okay, there will be medkits there.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Still have to wait 4 more days.
Schornsteinrauch, Peilung, 250 Grad.
Back on the conning tower, so let's go back to the warehouse.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Right, torpedoes, these two. That's it for now. And we still have to load food. Yeah, this should help us to avoid being detected. Or this decoy can be ejected through the Pill's launcher in the stern torpedo room to create a false target for enemy sonars. Exactly, so SDIC shouldn't work for us. We have 10 things to replace if broken, and then we have still 5 medkits if needed. Okay, we have, this is loaded, this is loading, torpedoes are loading, so we have still 2 more torpedoes to load. It's like a lot.
Was benötigen Sie? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Right, so we have now 14 torpedoes. 1, 5, 6, 14 torpedoes. Huge. We have everything here. And let me check ammunition. That gun is loaded, flag is loaded with high explosive ammo. Alright, we are done. Just wait 16 hours more. Well, alright, so we will assign 2 sailors to the bridge, to our watch officer. And this is now a radio room, so he will... Okay, he can have 1 more, because they will change duties, but this is now on the radar, so we will have this one, which should extend the range of the radar. Yes, that should do. Alright, let's do a quick save. Because we are allowed to save only in the port, so well, let's use this chance and then... What's the next one?
Dies sind aktuelle Einsatzbefehle vom BDU, streng geheim. Der Fall Frankreichs eröffnet uns neue Möglichkeiten. Unsere U-Boote operieren nun von Häfen entlang der Atlantikküste. Die alliierten Schifffahrtsrouten, einst ein entferntes Ziel, befinden sich jetzt in greifbarer Nähe. Wir sind nicht mehr durch lange Fahrten von Deutschland aus gebunden und verbringen mehr Zeit mit der Jagd. Unter dem Kommandanten kursiert das Gerücht einer neuen Ära, einer glücklichen Zeit. Die Briten sind überrascht. Ihre Verteidigung ist dünn gesät, ihre Konvois schlecht bewacht. Jede Nacht brennt der Atlantik mit Trümmern ihrer Versorgungsschiffe. Großbritannien steht alleine da, eine belagerte Insel. Wir greifen nach ihrer Lebensader in der Hoffnung, sie an den Verhandlungstisch zu zwingen. Dies ist unser entscheidender Moment. Versenken Sie Ihre Schiffe und schneiden Sie die Insel von den notwendigen Versorgungsquellen ab. Jeder U-Boot-Besatzung muss bewusst sein, dass das Schicksal dieses Krieges auf unseren Schultern ruht.
Alright, so quite a lot of happened while we were on vacation. So there is a Happy Times sector, there is a new campaign, Happy Times. We have to sink 40,000 tons. 14 torpedoes are easier now to achieve that. We still have something in the Atlantic Theater operation. This is going until 1945, so this is safe. I don't know exactly when this is going to close. We will have to check later. But there is one special one. We should join the French flotillas, which makes definitely sense, because now that we will have better access to reach such sectors as these. We don't have to go always through English channel, so we will now change to French flotillas. Okay, so we conquer France and we will travel to La Rochelle and we will get a sawfish emblem. Alright, let's go there. Makes completely sense for now. This is just a simple relocation mission. And then you can also tour what's inside our new Type 7B U-boat. I have to get used to the new conning tower.
Normale Beleuchtung einschalten.
It's like huge. And there are these doors which we did not have any before. Oh, okay, so there is some... This goes up to 16 atmospheres. Alright. This hatch. Same 16, perfect. Okay, so... we'll check it later, but let's first set our course to La Rochelle. We can also check this campaign. Okay, so this ends already in 1941 in April, so I think it's less than a year from now, so we'll have to focus on this campaign. This is only... okay, this is until 44, so we are already getting there. And this is 45, and we already reached third level. So let's focus on the happy times. Sounds good. So first select there. Okay, so I think when the France fell, all their colonies are now... okay, there is another campaign there. Mainland Africa. Any other special? Nope. Okay, so there is maybe something only available from La Rochelle. So many colonies of France are now on our side, it looks like. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Looking good still. Let's go there. Okay, so we are now 8 sailors to assign, not 4 as before. What's the distance? 7,400 miles without additional sailors. We were at 5,000 miles with additional sailors. So what will happen if we will assign 2 more? Oh, okay, it's 10,000. So it's like double the range of Type 2D. Huge. And I think also much more quieter. Alright, so let's check what's inside. Alright, so I was just updating the headline for the Twitch stream. Now it's La Rochelle Type 7B. Alright, so this is our central. Looks like there is the conning tower on top. What else do we have there? Okay, we have a pump in the corner now. What's this one? A light switch. Alright, so you can control light from there. What's this one? Nothing. Okay, so this is our gyro compass. I think it's much more accessible than it was on the 7. It was under the table and not always accessible. Navigation station. Okay, we have a snorkel already. Okay, now it's hidden. Let's keep it hidden. We need it only when submerged. This is our Christmas tree, our valves. Okay, they have now like sitting next to each other. So this is our rudder guy, and these are the depth station guys, which will be only occupied when submerged. And there is already a bench all the time, so not like foldable chairs. Okay, let's go in front. Alright, that's much nicer. This is what is this one? This is a listening radio room. Alright, so this is a this is our radio room. And this has to be our radar / hydrophone room. Alright, fine, perfect. So what's that? Ah, that's my bunk only now. Perfect. And I can already open journal directly from here. No, I don't have to go to the menu. These are probably the bunk beds for our officers. Okay, we can play cards here with the crew. Another officer. This is our cabinet. Yep. Perfect. Yes, he's resting. There's probably some switches here. Control room, the central, I mean. Battery room number 2. Okay, it's this one. Right, it's called battery room. I don't know it. Bow torpedo, yes. And then we have coning tower. Okay, this is on top. Fine, so we have some switches there. Okay, this is only for 10 atmospheres. And then they are... Okay, it's much more... I think there were like 4 of them only. On each side, now there are 6 of them on each side. So we have better crew and yes. Now we have 4 torpedo rooms, some spare torpedoes here. Some probably hidden under the floor. Better lighting. Lighting, I mean. Yep, nice. Everything loaded. I'm not even aware that we are moving. It's so quiet. Are we moving? Yes, we are. We're currently... Okay, so we are probably going to leave the port soon. Just let me go. Okay. No, it's very hard to hear the engines. So engines should be probably at the stern. Okay, so we have now this leave port option, so let's click. Definitely quieter. Alright, so we are in the central. What's here? Alright, another 8 bunks. Our crew, we can play cards here as well, if needed. These are all 10 atmosphere. What was this one? This was 16, alright. Our galley. Evacuation hatch. Toilet. Yes. Storage room. Okay. So it's here, it's not as close as before in the central. Okay, these engines are like twice the size. Yeah, these are like I don't know, more than twice the size of those on the Type 7D and A. Alright, so this is ventilation. I think it was also next to the engines before. So this is ventilation, and we should have filters there. Yes, that's fine. And what's there? These are electric engines. Okay, so now they are now separated rooms. Salvage replacement parts. Currently we have no sailor or no officer able to do that, but we will use them definitely later. What's this one? Okay, that's new one. This is the diesel compressor. We only used this one, air compressor, on the previous type. And our famous new stern torpedo room, or tube and storage. Perfect, so we have 2 more facing back. I will have to double check how to control them. Alright. Looks very good. Huge, really, like these are massive engines. It should be even faster, I believe. Oh, maybe it's bigger one, so maybe not as fast as before. Or maybe the same speed, I mean. So let's increase the speed in here. You can barely hear them here. It's super nice. Do we have anything else? Let's check our conning tower and then the deck. Okay, deck we will wait until it stops raining. So this is our attack. Oh, this is also huge. Attack periscope, so let's check. Alright, so we see almost nothing because it's raining and it's night. But let's zoom in. Okay, it's also going taller. I think the one which we had before was like around here. Or around above 3 meters. Now it's even reaching 6 meters. Alright. Yeah, so nothing to see. It's completely dark. We'll check it later. And then, okay, there is like the same torpedo calculator as before. What's this one? It looks like a radar station, but we have one. Okay, there are helmets for the crew probably, but we have a radar. Okay, well, double check what's this one. There are all the controls here. There is even a phone here. Alright. I just shouted our small Uboat before. Okay. I think we checked everything on. Let me check. Okay, there seems to be like another toilet. Maybe for officers, alright. Or for the guys who live in front, and then there is a second one who lives for those who lives in the back. Nice. Okay, so now we have a sunny day, so let's check the deck, how to get up. Okay, here. Yeah, so let's check our deck. Okay, so it's so tall that we have to stand on this, because otherwise you see... Oh, okay, you see something, but that's better. Jumping on top. Do we have Uzo? Yes, we have Uzo, let's check. They filtered as before, nice. Right. Do we have a searchlight? Okay, how? Yes, we have a searchlight. This we will use at the night. That's search periscope, and that's the attack periscope. Let me check from here. Yes, that's the attack periscope here. We have the same deck gun as we had this MG. Yeah, exactly the same. So we are already used to that, but now okay, we can turn 360 from this position. Before it was only going like till tower and then back. And this is nicer, so we can, not sure if we should, but we can engage with aircrafts. Okay, some benches. Does it smoke? And it's perfectly fine. There's like much more room here on the tower. I think it was like not even as big as this section here before. Okay. Let me check the main gun. I'm really looking forward to check it. Yeah, it's massive. Alright, so there are like 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe this is for more sailors to occupy. Let me check. Alright. Oh, this is much better view. So I think they are using then these aiming optical things. I will fire one shot just for to see how it works. Wow. Alright. It's quite slow to reload. Looks promising. Should be able to sink enemy ships faster. That's probably a snorkel. Yes, looks like. So let me raise it. Do we have an option here? Yeah, we have. So let's check. So I think. Let me double check. Okay, so this is the better version, which should help us to counter enemy radars detecting our snorkel when we are submerged. So we'll probably use it only when submerged. Okay, but I think I forgot to check what it's really for, but I believe it's like... Okay, it's already up. Okay, so it's smoke. There, I believe it's also getting fresh air in. And maybe also we can use diesels underwater as far as I see. Okay, it's not so much space around this huge gun. Yes, so this is going to be... If we can use diesels underwater, for sure we will be noisy, but we will be much faster than on electric stuff. And we can finally launch sonar decoy, because it wasn't possible on the Type 2. Searchline, ventilation, power. Okay, we have now 2 compressors.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Yeah. And this is huge.
Tiefe unter Kiel, 22 Meter.
Alright, so it can be like hidden. Nice. Let's go on. I don't know how far I can go, but this is like... I think our boat was already only up to here. This is huge, okay. So we cannot go from this side because there is this stuff for snorkel. Any specialty in the back? No, some loading or whatever cover. What is the red stuff here? Okay, we can check it at the board if this is switch on or not. Okay, so the tube from the snorkel goes even like here, to the back of our conning tower. Huge space. Alright, so let's get to La Rochelle fast. That was our Type 7B tour. It's like super quiet. Alright, so we have to
Auf Seerohrtiefe!
How many? 25, let's check. Where is the...
Funktelegramm
Periscope?
gesendet.
Okay, it's this one. Use. Yeah, there is a plane there, definitely. It's at us. I think it... Is it going at us already? Looks like. It's like diving down.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Oops. Okay, but since this is...
Alarm! Flugzeug im Anflug! Peilung! 25 Grad!
Since this is...
Konzentriert euch.
big, taller U-boat. This is barely above.
Schaden am Turm. Ich brauche Hilfe.
Alright, we have already some damage on the stuff outside.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff.
Let's
Peilung
speed up.
70 Grad.
But how? Is there... Okay, there is another one. Okay, so he's abandoning the dive because we are already underwater. And where is the second one? This one is around 30 and then around 70, 80. Okay, there is another one. Okay, so we have damaged only stuff which is outside.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 40 Grad.
Alright, it was fast. I have seen only one. Okay, now we see both. This we will fix later when we go back to surface. Okay, so he's also bonding the mission. Or the search for us. Nice. Alright, so we have 3 things which we have to repair. Let's try one thing. How loud are these engines when we go super quiet? Okay, so we can barely hear them, like
Schraubengeräusche. Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe.
maybe here.
Peilung 45 Grad.
I
Schraubengeräusche.
don't hear them here.
Kriegsschiffe, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 150 Grad.
So they are definitely louder than those on the Type 2 when we are on a slow speed. And we are even faster. I think we only reached 2 knots on the slow speed when submerged. Alright, but this is not the bare metal. So it looks like there is some insulation or some isolation. Torpedo loading hatch, yes, for the stern torpedoes. Yes, so definitely it looks like there is some insulation, so maybe even the noise of the engines is higher. Maybe it's not as loud outside. That's the second ventilation, alright, so there are like 2 of them. Accessible is only 1, but yeah, definitely this is like the second one. Okay, so we only hear water. We do not hear any noise of the engines here, not at all. Let's go a bit faster.
Schneller, schneller, schneller!
Yeah, you can definitely hear like water around and no sound of any engines. Yeah, just be careful. There are these torpedoes, guys.
Schneller, schneller, schneller!
I think we reached around 10 knots before. Or maybe, no, I think it was 6 here, not 7. And I don't remember what was the full speed submerged on electric. This is now 10 already, not bad. Yeah, we cannot hear the engines here anyway. Can we hear them?
Alarm beenden!
Can we hear them here? No? Yeah. Alright. Maybe something. And now we can definitely hear them. Alright, so not big difference when they are slow or fast. And let's try one more thing. Let's try snorkel. So I have to probably start running. Going from stern to bow. Okay, here. Can it? Yeah, I think it can be raised even during submerged position. Let's check if we can see something underwater. Oops, I think I'm already in the... Yes, it is. Alright, so we can definitely use diesel engines when submerged. Did now? Okay, I'm above it. Alright. How fast are we currently going? 10 at this speed. What about the max? Even the oxygen is now... So we can technically be submerged indefinitely. Nice. Nice upgrade. Already at 12. So if I'm not mistaken, 13 even, I think corvettes are running around 10 to 11 or 12 knots on surface. So we can even maybe escape corvettes. Looks like 13, 14. Doable.
Wenn sich die Sonne neiget, der feuchte Nebel steiget, mein Tagwerk ist getan, mein Tagwerk ist getan.
Especially on this speed, let's go slower. We still have a huge smoke. But I wouldn't be surprised from these huge diesel engines using this one pipe. Yeah. Okay, so the smoke will be most likely visible all the time when we are on a snorkel on diesel. What, can I switch to electric?
Auf E-Motoren wechseln!
Yes, I can. And we can still keep snorkel out for... Yeah, so that's like their snorkel plus 60. Alright, so we can use this even when on electric. Alright.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln!
Let's check the pump. Is the pump needed? Nope. Let's check the compressor. So we will go... We'll not use snorkel. We'll surface. And I want to hear pumps. Not pumps. Alright, so the door helps a bit with the noise. Perfect. So I want to hear compressors. This one we know. Oh, we already surfaced. Yes. So, alright, and this one. Okay. Okay, but we lost a lot more. I think it was around 80 or 90 even when we tried to surface type 2. So it is consuming much more compressed air to surface this huge U-boat. So noisy. Alright, so let's repair what is broken. So repair radar first. Alright, we can switch it on and just leave. Even closing like the second door helps with the noise. Well, let's keep it closed. What about those? there is no difference from the engines already. So silent operation now, even on diesel. We don't need nuclear. Okay, what was I going to do? Okay, he's repairing the radar. Can we use radar? Like hydrophone or something? Operate. It sounds like underwater. We are surface and using a radar. Alright, we'll have to check when there is something on the radar close to us. Detected by the crew themselves. What's that? Is it functional? Nope. Just decoration, or maybe some switches were there, but they are not important for the U-boat. But I think I saw something there before. Okay, this one what's there? Is there some... Okay, so there is nothing on the bottom, but there is something. There is like galley, so the kitchen stuff, engine room. Okay, so we have separate switch for the engine room and separate for the stern torpedo room. And that's the battery room, so if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be battery room. Yes. Alright, so the officers area is the battery room 1, and this is crew area, which is battery... Oh, this is number 1, so that was number 2 then. Do we see any batteries here on the floor? Through the floor, I mean. Nope. Do we see any there? There were supposed to be like a window to the below deck battery compartment. Okay, it's not done, but yeah, it's fine. It's quite nice. Just the noise of the water. There is this torpedo loading something somewhere. Okay, it's there. So they were loaded directly like front. Because before the torpedo loading hatch was here, so they have to be loaded backwards. But now this is there, so they can be loaded directly. It's better for probably them, I don't know. I'm just the captain. Yeah, it's nice. Directly going to the desk to see journal. I would like to know what's inside this structure, this main tube. There is definitely something with attack periscope there. But maybe something else. There is like a hatch. With some extra cylinders or something like that. Just extra tanks for whatever stuff. Okay, so radar is repaired, and now repair only the machine gun. Alright, so I don't have to like turn, there is like ladder above each one. So I can just continue climbing, I don't have to turn. I don't type 2. So that's the radar. Is it wooden? Looks like from planks. And then just some like cord or something around. Alright, basic. Tier 1, I think. Yes, repair this please. Was it completely damaged? Yes, it was completely damaged, so we will lose spare parts. Fast forward. Let me do binocular check. Okay, let me do binocular check. How it looks, if there are like any obstacles. Alright, so This is... what's this one? That's probably antenna on the right. Okay, device repair, just continue to completely repair. So there is a device... oh, there is this antenna thing which slightly blocks view. This section. We do not see section from 80 to 90 almost. Not good, but okay. Okay, so what's that? It's our flag. Okay, so it blocks around 180. Not much, but still. Okay, that's the head of our sailor. Yes, definitely. So if they are on the same height and we are using binoculars, then they block the view as well. Alright. There should be radar. Yeah, that's the radar. Is it completely wooden? It looks like wood and then some cord. Alright, so he is at 220 and let me check Uzo if I will get there to 200. Where was... yeah, here it was. It's even like lower. Okay, straight. Cool, and what about 80? Okay, so this is still there, the antenna. Another sailor. Is he still on the deck? Okay, there is no one there. Ah, he was there. Fine, so they are not blocking Uzo, but they are blocking binoculars. Alright. Not a big deal. So this is repaired. We have to repair one more thing. Our tower. As before, he has to probably go down. Yeah, he has a smoke. Yep. Alright, so the crew is now enjoying the time on the deck a bit more. So let's follow our repair guy, but the waves are quite big. Just, oh, be careful. Okay, so I think it's a similar repair process as on Type 2. Just don't fall off. I do not even see the gun at all. It's like so huge difference between the tower and the deck. It was much closer before. We even saw the guy, not just the machine gun, but also the guy behind it. But now we do not even see at all any section of the deck gun, which is much bigger. Alright, so we have to raise alarm because there seems to be some hidden, possible hidden damage. So let's raise alarm. Let's give him command station to check for the issues. Yes. We have to wait until they investigate or inspect the whole U-boat, and then we will only have to repair additional damage or not. Looks like this is movable, not sure. How such a raider was able to survive such a... Okay, we have to also try how deep we can go. But they probably just dismantled it before they dive. I don't... Okay, I don't know if food can survive such a pressure. And also movement of the water when we are submerged. Okay, hopefully it will.
Schaden am Turm repariert.
Alright, so everything is repaired and now the check is ongoing. We can assign him as well. And this should be faster. We are somewhere at the English channel. I was not even paying attention if there are any enemy warships, but crew is on watch, so that's fine. I have something in my eyes. Come on. Alright. Now again. I will need glasses most likely. Okay, so the check was done, we can stop the
Alarm
alarm.
beenden!
They did not find anything, so we can only assign one guy there. For radio, for radar, 2 on diesel, 2 on bridge. Makes no sense to have the third one because it's not possible even on this bigger U-boat. Okay, so now we can close probably all hatches at once and open them because I closed back door, I mean the door between the engine room and the galley and to the some battery room or how it's called. So I think it was before, but there was only one hatch before from the like the main hull to the conning tower. Now we probably more. Alright, let's continue. Some tiny engine noise. Alright, a bit. It's completely fine. And oops. And especially if you will go to the officers' quarters. Like we were sleeping behind the engines, like the same room before. Just separated by curtain. Now we are like, okay, I have a curtain. Peter. And they don't, so okay, it's like probably only privacy which I have as a captain that I have a curtain. But like, compared to where we slept before and now, what comfort we have is like, I don't know, we even have like wooden walls or half walls in between in between sections. There are some like wardrobes or something. It's like huge upgrade. Okay, so I sleep next to both guys, radar and radio guy, so if there is any emergency I have direct access to it. Is there any other phone? Because we saw phone in the tower inside next to the periscope. Let's have a look. Are there... Nope. These? Nope, and there is no... There was a clock before somewhere there in the bow torpedo room. Is there any clock now? Okay, so they're like similar compartments for the private stuff. Alright, so there is another phone here, so we can communicate from conning tower to the torpedo guy in front. Noise. There is no clock. So when we are here... Okay, the guys does not need to know. Or do not need to know, I mean. Okay, any clock here? Nope. Around my... Okay, there is another pair of binoculars. Some medkit, some suitcase, some okay, some space, even radio. All right. Ah, Captain Cat. Okay, so there is no clock here as well. A bit strange. I don't know how much is the clock. What was the time? It's here. Like before, it was also next to the navigation table. Is there any other clock? There was one clock in the tower there somewhere. Do we have any other options? White, blue, red. Nope. Do they have a clock? Nope. But they have. Okay, they have. I would say comparable, if not even more privacy than I have. But smaller because these are just bunk beds. But still, not bad for a crew. There were clock in the engine room next to this table, but it was next to the toilet before at the end. So check this side if there is any clock. But we have only one or two clocks here. Okay, so we do not need to know. Is there any phone here, by the way? What about the small desk? No, this is not a phone. That's also another phone. Okay, so there is no phone in this room. Probably no one will hear anything anyway. And here we have... what's that? Okay, we have this solar decoy launcher here at the very end of the bow torpedo room. Boxes. Alright. This is also not a phone. Alright, so we have only phone from the tower to the chassis. So we have a phone only from the tower to the front, to the bow torpedo, I mean the front, not to the stern. Alright. And we have only clock here and clock there. Somewhere here. Here. Alright. We'll manage. I can much better hear the when someone is switching the light from the crew. Okay, there is another type 7B. Let's check if we can see them. 280 degrees, 85. So to our port side, which is right there. No, yeah, there. Alright, I have to. It's right there somewhere. So let's check the peanut glass. It's there. So it's the same type as we have currently. Finally. Yeah, I think it was worth to start with the small U-boat. Now we really appreciate the big one. It's huge, okay. Can we pass by? Yeah, we should. Okay, so La Rochelle is not so like deep port as before we had in the in our base port.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
Do we have to slow down on this turn? Most likely not, but we'll double check anyway. Okay, there are some fishing boats. Let's see how they look like. It's much more noisy here on top. On the deck, there are these boats. Okay. Let's try to go full speed and we will see if we hit something as in our original port. Hey, we finally arrived at France. Yeah, it looks nice. Just give a room for the captain. Okay, so we already detected air gun. So a couple of fishing boats. Okay, I have to make sure that we are not going to bump into anything on such a speed. We'll have a look later. Yeah, it looks different. But I like this, that you can be here in the back and still see almost to the front. Like right in front. You have to be always at the front. Okay, what's this? I think it was a lighthouse as well, right? Yes. Okay. So here we are, La Rochelle. Another gate as before. This is this aircraft gun, I think, anti-aircraft gun. Okay, so we can most likely go full speed until we dock, because we are most likely not, there is not such a steep curve as it was in VIIB port. But it looks like, okay, because I think before it more looks like a port only, but this is like part of the city of La Rochelle. Or a town, I don't know how big it was. Okay, so the water in on the port side is higher than in the ocean. Yes, that's okay. I think it was the same in VIIB in Germany. Yes, I believe, yes. What's that? Okay, there are just like warehouses or something. Okay, it looks like so narrow, so thin, unbelievable, even though it's like there are 4 torpedo tubes instead of 3. There are like these bunk beds and officer beds and all the equipment and stuff, but it looks so much narrower than before. And also I think from this gate to the port it's much closer distance than we had in Germany. Okay, overall, looking really nice. Some greenery. Yeah, I like it here. That was a good call that we get a chance to relocate and see the French or the France from within. Okay, so we already joined the port of La Rochelle. Let's go to our new officer, reporter officer. Yes, please, we are going. Okay, so this is a bit different. I think the warehouse was just there now. Okay, it's there. Where is the officer? Is he there? Let's check. Oh, this is the Okay, there is the car. Fine. Okay, not bad. Almost everything at the same. Let's refuel because I will forget anyway. And I forgot to reload Kelly, so let's do that quickly. Through pause menu, yes. So 13. Right, so let's restock and then we also report to officer.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Okay, so we spent 3 parts for 3 damaged equipment, which was unfortunate. It was like really super fast from the plane. This we did not fire at all. Fuel refuel. Ammunition, we have no spare ammunition anymore because we exchanged a bit structure of the like what we carry, what not. I would like to have these 2 more. They have like still spare ammunition for the deck gun and for the flag gun, or maybe 1 more part section, or maybe okay, doesn't matter, we have to manage. So they have a same kind of food we brought. Perfect. So we can use canned bread and reload, we can use fish and reload, sausages, and so we, yeah, that's perfect. We don't have to like completely change what we already have. Alright, so let's report to the officer, and that would be it for today. We just safely finished the Norwegia campaign today on the previous stream. Today we, in the second stream today, we did manage to reach the very far island, almost at our limit for our type 2D Uboat. We reached the island where we were asked to check if there is any enemy weather station, but it wasn't. There were a couple of Russian survivors from some shipwreck, so we helped them, and now after that we received upgrade point to switch to type 7B, which is like, I don't know, incredible upgrade. We'll see it in action, but at least for like comfort and the size and all the stuff around, it's like it's uncomparable. Okay, and now we are at the La Rochelle at France. We already managed to capture the whole France, and now we will join this La Rochelle flotilla and engage in the Atlantic Ocean operations in the campaign called Happy Times. So thank you for watching, and we see each other in the next mission. Thanks.